what should content creators remember when using audio logos to evoke specific customer emotion?
Yeah, audio logos are tricky, I think, because people think if they just put a sound on, like a 3-second sound on something, that it's going to work for them. There
Hmm.
are reasons that there are audio branding companies they have a specific skill set that they
Hmm.
use in order to come up with what these things should be. So my advice to someone who's interested in an audio logo is speak to an audio branding company, if at all possible, because not only are they going to give you that 3-second thing that is what your brand DNA sounds like, but they're also going to give you other touch points. So they might provide the music that you would use on the videos you put on your website. They might give you music you would use on your on hold,
Hmm.
your IVR when people are calling in. They might give you music that would play before a public speaker from your company going to represent your company at a conference of some kind. If you have a device of some kind, it might be the brand sounds that come from that device. So there are all sorts of ways that you can use the sound of a company as a much broader spectrum of how people will understand who your company is. And I think that it's a mistake to think that audio branding is all about the audio logo, because it's way more than that. And it needs to be way more than that. Because how do you come up with that? You come up with that by brainstorming with the company itself about what makes them who they are and putting that into a sound. And it could be a sound with many different elements, like what does the sun sound like? What does calm sound like to you? What does community sound like to you? There's all sorts of different ways that you can do this. You can have many different voices on a particular sound. You could have like a sound like a marimba that might, make you think of the sun. The beat can also make you think like the sun is happy, right? Like, so there's all sorts of different ways to figure this out. And every company is going to do that differently and sound differently. That's kind of the point. We're all different. But there are ways to come up with that sound that makes it very specific to your company. And when you're able to do that, having an audio logo that fits with the whole thing is, I mean, it's gold.
Again, I